Hello, YouTube. So I've been wanting to start a channel for quite a long time, but I've struggled a bit, probably with insecurities and things like that of how I will be perceived and, the normal things that people think about when they're going to put themselves out to others publicly. But I just feel like when you see something, you should say something, and I've been observing for quite some time now. I didn't really get into politics until Trump ran for president, okay? It didn't affect me as far as I was concerned. It didn't matter. But when Trump ran, and all I was hearing was how horrible and racist and bigoted and you insert slur here. All I was hearing was that. I got interested and I wanted to do my research and was like, why is he so horrible? And most of you that have already done your homework and looked past all the top layer of BS that you get when you search for Trump or things like this, you already know what I found. How Jesse Jackson, he supported his run for presidency. He was getting awards with Al Sharpton and Muhammad Ali for donations to the black community. He individually helps people when he thinks they deserve it. He's actually a good person. Yes, he has his faults like we all do. He's a little braggadocious. He has faults. We all do. But I genuinely believe that he wants what's best for the American citizens. And that doesn't mean that I think he wants any less for anybody else around the world. But, making America strong helps the rest of the world. We give more charity, more support, more donations. We defend more countries militarily and, supplement their budgets than any other country, in the history of the world. Okay? But, I witnessed everything that was done to him in the past 6 years or so. And it's appalling. If 7-8 years ago, would you have imagined that we would hear evidence of people like Peter Strzok and Lisa Page and James Comey sending emails back and forth saying they had to institute the contingency plan to make sure Trump's not elected? This is legit treason from FBI officials at the highest levels, and nothing was done about it. Nothing. They paid for a dossier to be created and put it out and investigated with, millions and millions of dollars, $30 million for 3 or 4 years. We find out it was fake and false, and nothing happens. Nothing. And now look what you have. You have Joe Biden, right? Lied. We all knew he was lying. Oh, he didn't know what his son was doing. He rode on the plane with his son to China. China and the Chinese military invested $1.5 billion with Hunter. What does Hunter know, about pretty much anything, He's an oil exec, a painter, now he understands military contracts. It's so pay for play. It's so blatant, and I just don't understand why nothing can get done about this. And it's not just Democrats. It's Republicans as well. The rhinos have got some serious problems, like Lindsey Graham and the leader of the Senate. What's his name? Try not to even put his name in my mouth. That feckless. But we need more people to step up, like Matt Gaetz, Jim Jordan, Chip Roy, Marjorie Taylor Greene. That's why they slander these people, intently, because they're the ones that really are trying to make a difference. They're calling out the hypocrisy when they see it. They're trying to bring issues to light that, really the media is just covering up. That's another thing. We no longer have a media. I hope you know that. There is none. The only media you have are independent journalists that are willing to walk through the fire to get you real, true information. But as far as Fox News or CNN or MSNBC or any of these other, news stations, they are owned by the political elite and the powerful in this country, and they push, agendas that are, well thought up and planned out by people that, do not have the best interests of the country at heart. They institute trade deals where we get the wrong end of the stick. It just, they're out for them and not for us. And then it gets worse. That's just the icing on the, the top layer, the icing on the top of the cake. That's just political stuff. And then you want to get down into the really depraved stuff. You have the LGBTQIA plus, agenda targeting children. That's sick. You have the United Nations trying to normalize pedophilia. Saying that minors should be able to consent. They want us to call pedophiles minor attracted persons. This is not okay. It's not. It's not even close to the way we should be going. I would venture to say that, at least half of all the people that voted for Joe Biden, which wasn't whatever they say it was, it for certain wasn't, because there was more voters than there were registered voters. There was more votes. It's impossible. But I can probably safely say that 50% of the people that voted for Joe Biden had no clue he would go as far left as he has gone. I mean, he's relinquished control to the, crazy left wing of his party. It's, he just surrendered. But you can't really blame him. That's what he's done his whole career. You knew what he was about. Everybody knew what he was. He ran for president, twice or three times before. He had to, bail out because he lied and got caught lying and plagiarizing speeches. And, you thought this man was going to come in and do a good job. Good old Uncle Joe, lies through his teeth every day, and now can't even form a sentence. It's a sad state of affairs in this country, and I just wish there was a movement that could be put together where all of us can come together. Democrats and Republicans, because when I see Democrats on TV, I have a visceral reaction to them. But when I talk to them in their homes and have conversations with them on a human level, we all want the same things. We just have different ideas of how to get there. I think all the social media and the distance between us makes it easy for us to other each other and and kind of dismiss each other's concerns. Not to mention, with all the propaganda and fake news and each person spewing their different point of view, we don't know what is a fact anymore. That's when societies collapse, when you have no expectation of what somebody says being able to prove it for true or false. I mean, we're at a tipping point, and I really hope we can bring it back. My name is Marty, and this is my first video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to try to make some more videos, so I guess for the first time, like and subscribe, and we will have some conversations about what needs to be done and what we can all do to drive this country in the right direction.